Hello, welcome to Community Connection. I'm your host, Gloria Enloe. Community Connection is a JCTV production, and the goal of this program is to let people in Jefferson City know all about the wonderful entertainment options that are available to them. Every once in a while, I'll hear someone say that there's not a lot to do in Jefferson City, but there are a ton of things to do. You just got to know the right place to look. So we do the work for you, find some of the best attractions that the city has coming up. And in summer, there is no shortage of fun activities for people to do in Jefferson City. One of the great things about our town is that we have a very vibrant community theater scene. There are several community theater groups that always put on live stage productions, and they're a real treat. And we have one such group here with us today. From Stained Glass Theater, we have Michal Blackburn and Lorna Moore. Welcome to the program, guys. Thank you for coming in. Well, I understand that Stained Glass Theater does pretty regular productions, but Michal, if you could tell us a little bit about Stained Glass Theater and what sets it apart from some of the other community theater groups in Jefferson City.
At Stained Glass Theater, our motto is to serve Christ through the arts. We want to show the world about God's love through theater.
And would it be safe to say that a lot of the productions you put on are really family-friendly and oriented towards family
absolutely. They're all family-friendly, and the season we're in currently is the season of family. So,
great. You know, and that's one thing is, you know, I have a young daughter, and I know a lot of my friends too. We have activities that we'd like to try to find where you can bring the kids and everyone can have a good time. So it's good that there are places where you can do that in Jefferson City.
Yes.
Well, Michal, could you tell us a little bit about Heidi, which is the production Stained Glass Theater is going to be working on next?
Yes, it is the childhood classic of Heidi. It's all about a young girl who, even though life throws her in hard situations, she's sweet, and we see her love and innocence, and it changes the people around her.
Would you say that this is kind of a tale that could really relate to today? 'Cause some people might hear of that and think it's kind of something that was, you know, more of an old-fashioned story, but do you think it's still relevant today?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we all throughout life get thrown tough choices, hard decisions, and through this play we can see how, you know, our perceptions about life can totally change our views.
Will this be the first production that you've directed for Stained Glass Theater?
Yes, this is my first time directing here.
Can you tell us a little bit about your experiences, whether you've enjoyed it, what some of the challenges might have been, or just what drew you to direct this particular play?
Well, I have a strong background of theater, and I always have to have a project. I was in the previous show, Your Good Man, Charlie Brown, and when that closed, I was like, what do I do now? So the director offered me the position of assistant director, and I just leapt at the chance.
And has it been something that that's kind of been new to you, or have you ever directed anything before? Or
no, the only other directing I have is during a college class.
So kind of a different scene.
Yes, it's very different.
Well, what draws you to Stained Glass Theater? I mean, I know that this is something that's, you know, a volunteer group. You guys don't get paid for the work you do,
Right.
and it's a lot of work to put everything together, go to rehearsals and stuff. What keeps you going back?
Well, I mean, theater is always so fun to begin with. And then for me, it has been so wonderful to find a place where I can serve God through a talent that I have. I really love that about Stained Glass Theater.
Right. Well, we also have with us today Lorna Moore, who's going to be playing the role of Heidi. And Lorna, can you tell us a little bit about your character?
She's really sweet. No matter what happens, she's always sweet. She always has a good attitude.
And I know that you've had quite a bit of theater experience, actually. Can you tell us a little bit about some other roles you've played and what kind of experience you've had?
Well, this will be my 9th production at Stained Glass Theater.
Oh, wow.
My first was Charlotte's Web, so I've done it since I was really little.
Yeah.
I love theater.
Do you ever get stage fright?
On the opening night I do, but that's probably about it.
You know, when you do plays like that, obviously there's roles for children and there's roles for adults, and so sometimes, you know, you're thrown in with a bunch of different people from different backgrounds, different ages. Do you find that that's intimidating at all, or do you get along really well with all your castmates?
I probably get along with them pretty well.
Well, Michael, we really want to make sure that everyone can go to this play. Can you tell us what dates and times that this will be put on?
Yes. Well, we open July the 28th and run for 3 weekends till August the 13th. Thursday and Friday nights at 7:30 and a Saturday matinee at 2.
And one thing we were talking about right before we started taping too was this is really something that's affordable for the whole family to do.
Right. It's only $7 for a ticket.
Right. And can you tell us a little bit about your venue, where the theater is and how many people it seats? Is it a big venue?
No, it's a black box theater. It seats about 150, 160, and it's over on East High Street.
Okay. So if you want to get in and see it, you probably better make sure you have your tickets ahead of time.
Right. You can make reservations by either calling or visiting our website at sgtmidmo.org.
Well, Michael, can you tell us a little bit more about some other shows that are coming up? I know that Heidi is one that you're really focused on right now, but you guys do a regular season, don't you?
Oh, yes. We have 3 other plays left in our season, Godspell, and then Family Camp, and I always forget, is it the best or the worst little Christmas pageant ever?
Best Christmas
The
pageant.
best Christmas pageant ever.
That's a much more jolly Christmas title. So, and Lorna, are you looking forward to doing any more theater work this season, or?
Probably not. Probably after Heidi, I'll probably stop for the season. So.
But is it something that you plan to continue to pursue?
Yeah.
As you get older?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay. Well, Michael, if you could tell us a little bit about how you can get involved in stained glass theater. Is it something that's done through a church, or is it just a community organization?
No, it's all community. Anyone is welcome to come and join. We have auditions lists at the theater as well as on our website. And you can just come in, and we're always looking for volunteers, whether actors, people to work concession stands, tech.
You know, there might be some people that are interested in getting involved in theater. Maybe they did a little bit in school or, you know, different things, but they just don't feel like they have the experience that they need to really get on the stage. Is this something that's just open to anyone to try out, even if they're not as experienced as Lorna might be?
Oh, absolutely. In our cast of Heidi, we have 2 or 3 people who've never done any work on stage before. So. But we have about a 9-week rehearsal period, so we'll get you ready.
And when you are in rehearsal, is that a pretty hectic schedule? Does it keep everyone pretty busy?
It's fine until the last few weeks. Usually rehearse 3 to 4 nights a week, and then when we get closer, we call it Tech Week, and then it's every day, and then we open.
Well, and then you also have to do, you know, rehearsals where you have dress rehearsals, and then you actually start adding the blocking and working with the lights and all that. When you do productions like Heidi, is it pretty authentic for the audience? I mean, as far as costuming goes and trying to make some scenery seem like you're actually where Heidi is?
We try. It is, being in a black box theater, it does present its own challenges, but we try to stay as true to the time period as possible.
Well, one thing you mentioned is that you're also going to be doing Godspell later this year.
Yes.
And I understand that's a pretty popular production. Has there been a big cry to put that on and make that available to the community?
Yes. It was actually kind of handed to us later on in the season. It added on later.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I understand that that's actually going to be at a different venue. It's not going to be at the Black Box Theater, correct?
Right. It's going to be at the Miller Center. So.
You can accommodate a much larger crowd that way.
Yes, yes, and I think it'll be very helpful for the large musical.
Yeah. When you cast for something like Godspell, it's maybe a larger cast and you have big musical numbers, is all your talent still pooled from the local community?
Yes, it's all whoever shows up on auditions and then who we can beg later on into doing it.
One thing that I've always remarked is, I've been to several theater productions, Capital City Players, Stained Glass Theater, the Little Theater, and one thing that just blows me away is that for a town this size, there's such tremendous talent. Has that been your experience as well?
Yeah, I'm very impressed. It's a good place to be living when you have theater.
Well, if someone wants to get involved in Stained Glass Theater, maybe not, on the stage, but just to help out some way, maybe they can do some construction work or tech work or work concessions like you said. How can they get in touch?
The best way would be to visit our website at sgtminmo.org.
And even though we're partway through the year, there still looks like a lot of work left for the rest of the year as well.
Yes, we will still be needing volunteers for Heidi for concessions, maybe doing a few tech jobs, and then for Godspell Family Camp and the best little Christmas pageant ever.
Well, Lorna, I'm really impressed that you've been so involved in theater, especially at such a young age. If you have classmates out there or other friends, people your age that want to get involved in theater, what would your advice to them be?
I just say go for it, go to the audition, have fun. It's all about fun.
And even if you don't get a part or you don't get the big part, there's always, I'm sure, some ways you can include people.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. I did a little bit of theater, when I was in high school and college too, and it always seems like everyone comes together and it's just a real family atmosphere. It seems like everyone, you kind of...
They are your family here in rehearsal.
Well, I'd like to thank both of you for coming in today. I really do appreciate it, and it sounds like it's going to be a great production.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I would like to thank all of you at home for watching Community Connection. Don't go anywhere because we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to be talking about some of the more fun events that are going to be coming to Jefferson City this summer. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Sunday, I dress the morning light and fly straight into your heart. One day, sure to be a Sunday when I hear you say.
Hello, welcome back to Community Connection. I'm your host, Gloria Enloe. As I said at the beginning of this program, the goal of Community Connection is to let the people in Jefferson City know about all the wonderful entertainment options that are open to them. A lot of times there are great family-friendly activities that you can take part in, a lot of them at very low or no cost at all. And we had a group from the Stained Glass Theater in here during the first part of the show to talk about Heidi and some of the other productions that are coming up. But one source of entertainment that is constant in Jefferson City has got to be the Missouri River Regional Library. There are a lot of activities that are offered for kids and adults, really people of all ages, and it's one of the places that my family loves to go. And there are many activities that are offered that we take part in. And so we have Valerie here with us today from Missouri River Regional Library.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for coming in.
Oh, no problem.
Well, we were talking a little bit about, before the show started, about some of the things that are coming up this summer from the Missouri River Regional Library. And I know one thing that people look forward to every year has to be the cultural concerts.
It is. It's a very popular concert series that we've had for several years now. And we hold them on the Capitol South Lawn, which is always beautiful, in the evenings on Friday nights in August and September. And so this year we have a great lineup. We have a Blue Stem, which is a popular bluegrass group that we've actually had before, but we are bringing them back. We had a lot of requests to bring that group back. The Michael Terry group, and then a new group this year, the Hennessy Brothers. And so we have some blues, and then the Hennessy Brothers is actually a jazz group, and so that'll be on the same weekend as Jazz Fest. And it's kind of a three-day event. Thursday Night Live will be jazz on a Thursday night, and then we'll have a jazz group on the Friday night, and then Jazz Fest on the Saturday. So,
oh, it sounds really exciting.
And then those start on August 9th. And I'm sorry, August 12th is the Michael Terry group. August 26th is Blue Stem, and then the Hennessy Brothers is September 9th. And so those are very family-friendly events that you can just bring your lawn chairs out, bring your whole family, and they're always wonderful nights, unless, of course, it rains. We always try to hold off the rain for those events, but they're a lot of fun.
Right, and this is something that you can do that doesn't cost you a thing.
Does not cost anything. Just come up and enjoy the concerts, and they're always beautiful. The Capitol at nighttime is just gorgeous, and so we have a wonderful, natural stage setting for that event, and so we're lucky to be able to use that facility.
Yeah, and it's nice because they're kind of in the evening, so you kind of avoid the real hot parts of the day.
Exactly, and there's always plenty of room. And on Friday night in downtown Jefferson City, there's always plenty of parking. And so, you can get to the event very easily and unload your chairs and everything. So it makes it really nice for all ages to come out and enjoy those events.
Do you have situations where people kind of bring food too and stuff like that and picnic out?
We have people that go up to Eris's and bring pizzas down, or they bring a picnic basket with food and coolers with their sodas and stuff, and that's fine. We just ask that everybody pick up their trash when they leave and leave the grounds as nice as they were when we got there. But you're more than welcome to bring food and beverages.
Sounds like a really fun event.
It is a lot of fun.
Well, I know obviously one thing that the library loves to promote is reading, and it's something that's very important, and there's actually efforts to get the whole community kind of reading. Can you tell us about Capitol Read?
Absolutely. Each year we have a Capitol Read for adults, And then we also have a Capital Kids Read in the spring, but generally the adult one falls in the fall. And so we encourage as many people in the community to read one book and then attend a variety of programs in the fall that have to do with that book. And this year the book is March by Geraldine Brooks, and we're really excited. And so it is based off of the story of the Little Women, the father in Little Women March. And so it's kind of a takeoff from that character. And so we're really excited, and it's an excellent book. And we hope that a lot of people will read that and then join us for events in the fall.
Now, is there a particular place where people can find that book if they're wanting to get a copy of it?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a Pulitzer Prize winning book. And so people can find that book at the library, of course, at Downtown Book and Toy, and Barnes & Noble Hastings will have that book as well. It's a popular book, and she's a well-known author. And so you can find that book, but we hope you come to the library and see if we have it available. And so we have many copies of it.
Good. Well, I know that there's always a lot going on, and I understand that there's even more activities that are going to be happening as the year progresses into August and September. Anything people really should know about?
Well, you know, we talk about, we have, you know, programs for all ages, and we do. We have a wide variety of programs, everything from, you know, just very young children, preschool age, through teens. I mean, we have a teen librarian now that has specific programs just for teens, and to really bring those kids into the library and keep them coming into the library through adulthood. And so, you know, for children, the Reading to Rover program is always popular, and that's where trained dogs come in and kids can read to a dog one-on-one, and that's always exciting for children. And, you know, we have family movie nights on Friday nights, you know, each month, and just a wide variety of programs. There's craft programs, and there's so many different things. And the summertime, of course, is always busy at the library because we have summer reading club for all three age groups, which is children, teens, and adults. And so we always have a lot of programs that go on around the summer reading club themes and everything. And so we encourage people just to come by the library, grab a program guide, because the program guide really has all the information, you know, in one place. And then you can always go on our calendar online as well at www.mrrl.org. But, you know, pick up a program guide, and, you know, there really is something for everyone going on at the library. We have computer classes for adults, and, you know, just for people who have very little knowledge of computers, you know, basic mouse, you know, how to use the mouse and things like that. But you can take computer classes at the library for free just to get yourself familiar with some other programs that could be useful. We have great film series for adults at the library and for teens, and we have book discussion groups, just a wide variety of book discussion groups for all ages. And so we just encourage you to come by the library, see what's going on. You know, while you're at the library checking out books, we have, you know, downloadable audio and e-readers, downloadable books for your e-readers now, which is very popular. We have an art gallery at the library on the second floor that's always neat to see what the new display is in there. And so stop by the library, especially on these really hot summer days.
Yes.
We encourage people, you know, come to the library. We are a cool place that you can come, and, you know, moms with their little kids, you just need to get out of the house for a little bit. Come to the library. We have a great play area, you know, that has a lot of interactive toys in the children's library, and, you know, you can just come and kind of be in a different place. But especially for, you know, maybe people in the community that don't have air conditioning in their homes, we are a cooling location in the community. So, you know, come in and take advantage of our services.
And that is one thing I do like to do in the summer, is when it's just too hot to be out at the parks or out playing. Yeah, it's a great, cool place to go, and there are so many different activities and toys that the kids can play with. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, one thing that I've always really liked is when you have people who are local authors or write about local topics come in, and there's books that go along with that, and author talks and things like that. And I know one of the things that got a lot of attention here was the James, I think it was the James Cohen trial.
James Cohen trial.
Yeah, and he actually had some history with the local radio stations here. And I understand you have an event with an author that's covering that.
Yes, Laura Bricker is an author of Lie After Lie, and it's the true story. It's, you know, like a true crime story of of this whole case. And so there are a lot of people in Jefferson City, sad to say, that have been impacted by that story. And you know, a lot of people are interested in that. And true crime is a very popular genre in the library anyway. And so this author obviously wanted to come back because this is where it took place, and you know, give a presentation to the community about her book. And so, you know, we encourage people to read the book if they're interested in that, and then come out. And she will actually be here Friday, September 23rd at the main library at 7 o'clock, and then at our Osage County Library in Lynn on Saturday, September 24th. So you can have two opportunities here locally to hear that author. So you can pick up the book at bookstores around town, and obviously the library. So
right. And actually she has quite a bit of experience in this genre, covering different trials and things like that.
She's a actually she was a reporter for years on you know, the crime beat, so to speak. And so with her background, with what she needed to do for that, you know, she's become an author. And so it's interesting, you know, and I know that there's people that, you know, have information in the book here locally and things like that. And as people read it, you know, and they have questions, and they can come out and actually ask the author, you know, questions at that event and stuff.
Yeah.
So
it's a really neat thing.
it is.
And so if you're wanting to attend that event in September, need to get the book, get it
read,
now and get it read.
Yeah, it's always interesting to read the book before they come. And you know, I've been to programs where I haven't been able to get through a whole book before the author came. Come anyway. You know, we encourage everyone, come anyway, even if you haven't got the book completely read, it's okay. So
you'll learn something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, Valerie, a lot of stuff that we covered today, a lot of different activities going on. If people want to get more information about it or have a list of the different events that are going, what do they need to do? They
can stop by the library and grab a program guide, and this guide goes through September actually. And they can get on the library's website at www.mrrl.org and go to our calendar of events, and all the information is there for all of our programs. Or they can just drop in the library, and if they really need to, they can just give us a call at 634-2464, and the staff will be glad to tell them exactly what's going on that week or that day if they're just needing some information real quick.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming by today. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
And we appreciate everyone at home for watching Community Connection. And if you are interested in anything that you heard here today, you can contact JCTV at 681-5443. You can also email us at jctvaccess@gmail.com, and we usually have a whole list of community events for you, and including details, prices, admission, that sort of thing. So you can always contact us for more information as well. I'd really like to thank you for watching Community Connection. Don't go anywhere. We have more great JCTV programming coming your way. Thanks for watching.